everyone! So if you've seen my previous videos and you don't already have a leopard gecko, hopefully they've been entertaining enough for you to consider getting one. You know, because I'm really funny. Right, guys? It's okay, I'll just add some laughter into the editing. Alright, see, I got friends. Anyways, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about a few things you should know before you buy your first leopard gecko. Because while leopard geckos are amazing pets, they're definitely not for every single person on the earth. So here are some things to consider before you buy your gecko. Alright, let's get started. A leopard gecko enclosure, like a 10-gallon or 20-gallon, will take up a lot of space in your home. You will also need somewhere to put their food, you know, crickets and mealworms, so just make sure you have enough space in your home to put the entire setup. Now, leopard geckos aren't nearly as expensive as many other pets, but they still do cost quite a chunk of money. Now, the initial cost of the setup will probably range between $100 to $200 for you, and then the gecko itself will cost, you know, between $30 to $50 probably. Now, obviously, some of this money can, you know, be avoided if you either adopt a gecko or if you get a used setup, but I still recommend that you have just, like, you know, enough money to go to the vet a few times as well, just in case your gecko needs it. Now, there's also the fact that if you use heat lamps and you have a bulb, well, that bulb can actually break, and it breaks usually like once every couple of months, and when that happens you have to replace it, and a replacement bulb usually costs around $10. And of course, there's the issue of feeding. Leopard geckos eat a lot, especially when they're juveniles, and so, you know, you have to feed them mealworms and crickets, and that again will set you back a bit of money every month. Now, of course, this is assuming that you have to buy your own feeder insects, but I really wouldn't recommend breeding your own if you only have one gecko. It just seems to be kind of a waste. Keeping leopard geckos is also actually pretty time consuming. So if you find that you have a ton of homework and not that much free time, or if you're the type of guy who just likes to come home, you know, sit on his chair, turn on his computer, get on Steam, open up, I don't know, Realm of the Mad God or Heroes and Generals or Flappy Bird like a hardcore gamer, well, and you don't really want to spend the time to, you know, interact and take care of your pet, well then maybe a leopard gecko isn't really the right pet for you. Actually, you know, if you don't want to spend the time to take care of a pet, then there really is no pet that has like zero maintenance, so I guess you shouldn't be keeping pets at all then. Now, leopard geckos require daily feeding for juveniles and every 2 or 3 days for adults, and they also require you to clean their cage every 1 or 2 weeks. At least that's what I do. Leopard geckos eat insects, so, you know, if you're scared of them, if you're queasy about, you know, having to catch crickets and mealworms, then again, maybe you shouldn't keep a leopard gecko, because there is actually no way to get around this. Leopard geckos eat insects, and preferably live insects, so if you're scared of them or if you find them disgusting, then you really can't, I guess, keep a leopard gecko. There is no way to get around this. You know, leopard geckos are insectivorous by nature. However, there are reptiles that don't require live food, so maybe you could get one of those. Now, leopard geckos live for quite a long time, like they can live over 15 years, 20 years, so if you're the kind of person who's really interested into something at one time and then you quickly like lose your attention, you focus on something else after a while, then think to yourself, are you really going to be taking care of that gecko you buy today in, I don't know, 10 years, 11 years? And if you're a teenager and you're going to be going to university soon, and you're planning on going to university, you know, far away from where you live right now, again, when you go to university, do you know who's going to take care of that gecko you just bought? If not, then you might want to reconsider. If you have a family member or a friend you trust who can take care of your gecko, then I guess it's fine to get one, even if you're going to university soon. Okay everyone, thanks for watching. Okay, so if you found this video useful or if you liked it, then make sure you subscribe so you can be notified whenever I post a new video. I hope I haven't discouraged you completely from keeping leopard geckos. This video is just like a list of stuff that might be a problem down the line, and maybe I can help you prevent those, right? And next week I am going to be making a pros of keeping leopard gecko video, you know, to kind of balance this one out. There are a few more reasons that a leopard gecko might not be the best pet for you that I didn't mention in this video yet, and those are, you know, leopard geckos actually don't really like being handled, so it's better to get a bearded dragon or maybe some sort of mammal or bird if you want a pet that you can really handle and interact with, because leopard geckos, you can handle them, they can crawl around on you, but it's not like having a dog or a hamster. You can't really pet them all the time. You just simply can't interact with them as much as you can with other pets. Alright, so here's a list of a few other reasons you might not want a leopard gecko. And yeah, that's the end of this video. See ya.